Hey, sleepyhead. Gabriella, good morning. Good morning? This is definitely not a good morning. Ugh. Have you checked the time? It's just 11 a.m. What's the big deal? Check your phone. I've been dialing your number for ages. Oh my gosh, I've got 15 missed calls from you. Is something wrong? Don't you realize what day it is? It isn't your wedding day, is it? Come on, Frida, it isn't funny. How could you forget important things like this? I tried reaching out to the other bridesmaids, but you're all acting slow and unbothered. Sometimes I wish I had more competent friends. Hey, the whole world doesn't revolve around your wedding. We've got lives of our own, too. I'm not disputing that fact, but it's my wedding we're talking about here. I want everything to be perfect, just like I imagined. Don't worry, everything will turn out fine. Of course, nothing goes wrong where I'm involved, huh? So I made a little change to the bridesmaids' dresses. I sent some pictures to the group chat. Check it out and tell me what you think. Oh, okay. Although I thought we were supposed to go for our dress fitting today. Oh, so you do know what we had scheduled for today, and you still woke up late? Look, it's an honest mistake, all right? I had a busy day yesterday, so I slept deeply. I'm not accepting that excuse from my chief bridesmaid. Fine, I'll check it out. Give me a sec. Okay. Wait, 104 messages on the group chat? Whoa. Wait, what? Why are you changing the dresses all of a sudden? And you couldn't pick something affordable? No one's gonna buy a $2,000 dress just for a wedding. Come on, Frida, I know you can afford it. Just help me talk to the other girls. I don't think there's anything I can say that would make any difference. Buying a $2,000 dress for a wedding is outrageous. No, it isn't. I want my wedding to be the talk of the town, okay? Besides, my dress costs $2,500, so I can't have my bridesmaids dressing shabbily. Just listen to yourself, Gabriella. You don't have a point. Are you trying to punish us for waking up late today? Nah, that's just a coincidence. I was already thinking of changing the dress you guys chose from the very moment you picked it. They just weren't up to my standard. I'm sorry, Gab, but I don't think I'm ready to spend so much on a dress that I might never wear again. So this is how it's gonna be, right? My chief bridesmaid conniving with my other bridesmaids to ruin my perfect wedding? Don't worry, we aren't going to ruin anything. We'll just be in the shadows, like you always say. Fine. They won't buy the dress, you won't buy it either. Then you can all just fuck off. Watch your mouth, Gab. I won't take such trash talk from you. Most of these ladies are in their final year of college. Try to be considerate, please. I am considerate. I mean, I stayed up all night browsing through my designer's catalog for the best bridesmaid dress. I didn't bother any of you. True, but you did all of this after we had carefully selected a dress we all loved, which was affordable and equally beautiful. You know what? You guys can rant all you want, but no one is wearing any shabby-looking dress to my wedding, and that's final. Hello, Henry.
Hi, beautiful. How's your day going?
Terrible.
Oh, what's wrong? Talk to me.
Some poor folks annoyed me this morning.
Huh? Poor folks? I don't get it.
It's Frida and the other bridesmaids.
What did they do this time around?
They refused to agree with the dress I picked for them to wear simply because it was too grand.
Wow. I don't blame them, though. $2,000 is on the high side. You seem to have always been at loggerheads with your bridesmaids since we began planning the wedding.
You can't blame me. They're just so slow and below my standards.
But these are your closest friends, Gabriella. You know what? I sent her IV to some of my female colleagues, and they were excited about our wedding. I could speak to a few of them. Who knows, they might just be interested in replacing some of your bridesmaids. They'd be able to afford the expensive dresses you chose, and you'd have a perfect wedding just like you've always wanted. Case settled.
What? Are you out of your mind or something? How could you even think of suggesting such a thing to me? What makes you think I'd be able to stand your female friends if I can't even tolerate my friends from college? You know what? Retract the IVs you sent to those female friends of yours right now. I don't want to see any female friends of yours at my wedding.
I don't understand. Where is this coming from?
I'm not dumb. I know how these things work. First, those ladies would want to be close to me. Then, when I'm all comfortable and vulnerable around them, they strike. And the next thing I know, they're sleeping with my fiancé.
Oh my gosh, Gabriella, how could you imagine such nonsense?
It's not nonsense. I know what I'm saying.
You're unbelievable. I only made a suggestion, but it's alright if you aren't cool with it. No need to have my colleagues on your bridal train. I agree I went too far with that. However, you have no right to dictate who I can and can't invite. It's my wedding too.
Nope. The wedding is for the bride. No one cares what you think.
Is this how you really feel?
Look, babe, I'm on edge today and I might sound irrational to you, but I mean what I just said. I don't want to see any female guests from you. If they aren't a cousin or a family relative, they have no place in my wedding. I'm not gonna sit back and let some random lady snatch my fiancé, and that's final.
Jeez. You seem to have forgotten who's sponsoring this wedding. I can't talk to you like this. Reach out to me when you're much calmer. Have a good day.
What? Henry? Don't air me! Hi, Gabriella. Hi. Someone finally made the right decision? Really? I don't even know what to say to you. Did you have any plans of reaching out to me or any of the other bridesmaids at all? Why would I reach out to you guys? You're the ones in the wrong while I'm right. In fact, you should be on your knees apologizing to me. You're so full of yourself, Gabriella. We've done nothing wrong but speak our minds. You can't just cut us off with your wedding just a few months away. You should have at least tried to reach a compromise. There is no way I, Gabriella, would come down to the level of some college girls. Hey, I've warned you not to speak of our friends that way. We were only lucky to get into college before them. It doesn't make us any better than them. Besides, we've been friends since middle grade. They deserve some respect, at least for the sake of the bond we share. What bond? Ever since I graduated from college and began to earn on a higher level, I began to see how misfitting I was among our friends. Come on. I also make a lot of money and I don't look down on any of our friends. That's you. I'm different. Besides, you're not the one getting married into a wealthy family. Put yourself in my shoes and think about it. If you were the one getting married to a family like Henry's family, wouldn't you want to make a good impression? I guess so, but that wouldn't be to the detriment of my friendship. You're still gonna need the companionship of your girlfriends even after marriage. Speaking of girlfriends, have you heard from Carla? She suddenly texted me yesterday to say she might not be available for your wedding anymore. What's wrong? How would I know? She made that decision herself. Plus, it was only a matter of time before I removed her from the bridal train. Wait, why? What did she do? You don't need to know. I never really liked her anyway. Calm down, Gab. Don't tell me you're eliminating people because they refuse to pay for the dress you chose. Look, I really would like for you girls to buy that dress, but I haven't decided to eliminate anyone yet. So trust me, Carla made that decision herself. Don't bother your sweet head. I removed her from the group chat already. That means you know what's wrong with her. Nope, I don't. Aren't you in the least concerned? I don't need to. She isn't a baby. She's an adult and can make her own decisions. I'm not forcing anyone to be a part of my bridal chain. The less, the merrier. I'll keep trying to reach out to her, though. You're losing focus, Frida. I'm the one getting married. Who should be your focus? Me. Who should you be concerned about? Me. Who is the most important person in this wedding? Me. Anyone can choose to pull out. I don't give a damn. Let me get this straight. You want a wedding with bridesmaids, but you don't care about their opinions, feelings, or well-being? Oh my gosh, why are you so difficult, Frida? I've always seen you as the most intelligent amongst all group of 5 friends. That's why I made you my chief bridesmaid. Don't get me angry, or else... Else what, huh? You'll remove me just like you removed Carla? Calm down, I wouldn't do that. I know the atmosphere is all choked up now, and we ladies haven't been on good terms. There's no way we can plan a perfect wedding like this. I've had enough space to think these past few days, and I've come up with a solution. We need a break.
You have a point here.
Yeah. I even had a big fight with Henry, and I haven't spoken to him since. He tried calling me, but I refused to pick up his calls.
That's wrong. You should not ignore someone who loves you as much as Henry does. Not to mention someone you're about to get married to.
I know, right? That's why I need this vacation. We all need a girls' hangout. And there's no need for anyone to pay anything. I'll cover the whole expense of the trip.
Really? This is unbelievable. Why don't you pay for the bridesmaid's dress instead? Trust me, the whole tension would ease up.
Nah, I saw this on Instagram. A girls' trip just before a wedding is the perfect thing to precede a perfect wedding. Imagine we go on this trip and I upload the pictures online. I'm gonna have massive engagements.
I knew it. You're still the same selfish Gabriella. You can afford to pay for a vacation, but you won't help our friends with the cost of the dresses.
Look, I need your support on this so the girls can easily fall in line with a plan. You'll help me convince them, right?
I guess I could. There's no harm in trying.
Great!
So, when is the vacation going to be?
It's most likely going to be during Thanksgiving.
What? You should know everyone would want to be with their family during Thanksgiving. That's not going to work.
Why not? That's the only time I can get a break from work.
However true that might be, Thanksgiving is to be spent with families, not on a girls' trip.
Ugh, you're all just a bunch of selfish and ungrateful folks. I'm paying for the vacation, aren't I? All you've got to do is to pack your bags and come. It's not like there won't be several other Thanksgiving to celebrate with your family.
You don't seem to get it, do you? I'm done here. Call me when you have your senses restored. Hello, Gabriella.
Hi, Henry.
Thank goodness you finally decided to respond to my text.
Well, everyone else has pissed me off. I've just you left.
Look at how long it took you to realize this. We've been lovers since high school, Gab. I don't think anyone else can put up with your tantrums like I do.
That's true. I just wish everyone would understand me. I'm not a difficult person, am I?
You aren't. You're just the type of person who would expect her friends to forsake Thanksgiving for a girls' trip.
What? How did you know about that? It was supposed to be a secret so I could get to brag about it to you later.
Sorry, babe, but a little bird spilled your secret.
It's Frida, right? Don't tell me you're on her side.
I'm on the side of common sense, Gabriella. Everyone knows how important Thanksgiving is. It's like a national celebration.
I've never liked it. With the way it made my parents' house full of guests and relatives, most of which I hardly get to recognize and may never see again till they grow old and their teeth fall out.
You sure are weird, Gab. So, Frida texted me yesterday.
Apparently. What did she say?
Apart from telling me about the vacation you had planned, she also asked if I could convince you to let your bridesmaid choose another dress that is classy yet affordable.
That's impossible! There is no such dress!
You might think so, but I discussed the matter with my sister and she offered to sponsor the bridesmaid's dresses. Only that you have to work with the budget she provides. Nothing more than $1,500 per bridesmaid, accessories and makeup inclusive.
Ugh, that's a pretty tight budget. If she's gonna help, she could at least do it the right way.
Really?
Wait, I don't mean it that way. It's a good thing that your sister's agreeing to help my bridesmaids.
Okay, is that all you've got to say?
What else is there to say?
Perhaps you want me to tell her not to bother.
What? No. Please tell her I appreciate it a lot, and I'll inform the girls. I'm sure they'd be super excited.
Okay, that's better. I'll let her know. Everything's beginning to fall into place now, it seems.
Yeah, I guess I can finally sleep with both eyes closed.
Yeah, I can imagine how stressed you've been the past few days. I know how you worry about the littlest of details. Why don't we go on a trip of our own? Probably this weekend or the next. I think you deserve to be spoiled.
I'd love to, babe, but I can't. My parents won't approve of that. It's just a few months to our wedding. I'm supposed to be celibate till our wedding. I don't want them to think otherwise.
Babe, it's just a harmless trip, just to relax and unwind. Nothing is going to happen.
Try telling that to the priests and see if they'll join us together.
You've got some really crazy religious backgrounds.
Well, it's just my parents, though.
Obviously. Let's go on a date tonight, then.
Okay, I'd love that.
See you at 5.
Henry, where the heck are you?
Hey, babe, what's up?
A whole lot, and I'm running out of my mind. Where the heck is my flower girl? Why hasn't she arrived?
You mean my cousin's daughter?
Yeah, who else could I be talking about?
She won't be available for the wedding anymore.
Why? What's wrong?
Her mom reached out to me this morning. The poor child had a chickenpox breakout.
Okay, so? That doesn't answer my question. Where the heck is my flower girl?
Isn't the answer obvious? The girl is sick and can't make it to the wedding, period.
No way! I'm not going to allow that! That woman just wants to ruin my wedding!
Try to be reasonable, Gabriella. You don't expect my cousin to come to our wedding with a sick child.
What's the big deal? How are we even sure the child has chickenpox? Your cousin might just hate me so much that she decided to sabotage my wedding by not coming with her daughter.
Hey, don't talk about my cousin in such a manner. It's my wedding also. Why would she want to ruin it? Besides, the child does have chickenpox. I had a video call with them this morning.
Okay, let's agree she has chickenpox. What difference does it make? Isn't it just some spots on her body? We'll cover it up with makeup. Besides, her gown is an expensive one, so it's gonna cover up any chickenpox the girl has got.
Are you listening to yourself at all? I can't believe you're this heartless.
It's your cousin who's the heartless one here. I should have known all along that she'd do something like this. Tell her to get her daughter here this instant, or I'll sue her.
What? Are you out of your senses? Sue her for what?
For breach of contract?
Is something wrong with you? What contract did you sign with her?
I don't know. Her daughter's supposed to be my bridesmaid and she's suddenly bailing out? Isn't that a breach of contract?
No, this isn't a legal matter. Get your act together, Gab.
There's no way I'm gonna let your cousin get away so easily. If I can't sue her for breach of contract, then I can at least demand a refund for the expensive dress I got for her daughter.
Oh, will you just keep shut and stop ranting? What dress did you get for her daughter? My cousin's daughter is sick and all you care about is the dress you got? I'm disappointed in you, Gabriella.
This is what you always do. Placing blame on me when the other party is clearly wrong. Your cousin promised. Promised! And now she can't come?
Nobody plans for their child to be sick, Gab. Stop being dramatic. I had envisaged you'd go berserk like this, so I didn't bother to tell you. I'm looking for a replacement already.
Okay. Just make sure the replacement is as beautiful as your cousin's daughter.
Oh my gosh, you really don't know where to stop. Everything is going to be fine.
Really? I don't think so. At this point, I'd better check up on everyone and ensure things are going as planned. Hi, Frida. Hello, Gabriella. How's my bride-to-be doing? Not so good. I'm not in the mood for compliments. Why? What's wrong? I don't even know where to start from. I may not have a perfect wedding if I don't take things into my own hands. Okay, I still don't understand. You're still in the hotel, right? Yes. I thought as much. You're all too relaxed. Shouldn't you be at the wedding venue already?
Why? I'm your chief bridesmaid. The plan is that we should go to the venue together along with the other bridesmaids.
Well, change of plans. I need you to check things out for me at the wedding venue.
Why should I? You have a wedding planner, for crying out loud.
I can't trust anyone else at this point. Not after Henry's cousin sabotaged my wedding.
Whoa, what did she do?
She called Henry to say that her daughter has chickenpox and they can't make it to my wedding. Can you imagine?
Jeez, poor kid. I feel sorry for her.
You too? Oh my gosh, you people don't care about my feelings at all.
Listen, you need to calm down, Gabriella. That was an unforeseen circumstance. No one is sabotaging your wedding.
Nope. If Henry couldn't even handle a little thing like bringing his cousin over, then how sure am I that the wedding planner would do a perfect job?
Jeez, don't be so difficult.
Don't tell me how to act. It's my wedding. You can't expect me to be unbothered. I need you to get going to the wedding venue right now. You're gonna help me check out things and ensure that everything is going perfectly.
Can't you send someone else? The makeup artist said she'd be coming for the bridesmaids soon.
Don't bother about that. I'll handle it. Besides, she just finished my makeup and needs some time to rest.
Damn, you won't even let any of us come near your room.
Yeah, I want to be alone, all right? But it doesn't mean I can't handle things from here. Text me when you're at the venue. One more thing, Frida.
Ugh, what is it?
Take all the bridesmaids with you. I want to be alone.
Technically, you are alone. You booked a separate room from us.
I know that, but I just don't want any of you around this place. I need some time to decompress. The stress of the wedding is getting to me.
I'm sure the ladies wouldn't mind. You've been a pain in the ass since morning.
I'll tell the makeup artist to meet up with you there.
I can't believe this. Fine. Hi, Frida.
Hello, who is this, please?
It's Henry's sister.
Oh, hello, ma'am. This is a pleasure. I was looking forward to meeting you properly after the wedding.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but there isn't a wedding anymore.
Wait, what? What's going on?
The wedding has been canceled. There is nothing much to explain this, but it's in your best interests if you leave the wedding venue ASAP, because things are about to explode.
Oh, no. You're scaring me. What exactly is going on? I've checked on everything. The flowers, food, and decorations are all beautiful. Why would the wedding be canceled?
I don't have the time to explain now. Just get your friends out of the venue now.
Oh my gosh, this is crazy. We've been planning this wedding for months. How's Gabriella going to feel about this? And Henry? They're both going to be devastated.
Trust me, Gabriella is the last person you should be worried about. That son of a bitch. After all my brother and I went through to ensure that the wedding was planned exactly the way he wanted. Wow, this seems to be more serious than I thought. I'm gonna reach out to the other bridesmaids now. All right, thanks. Please don't call Henry or disturb him. I'll reach out to you later tonight to explain everything. Okay, ma'am.
Frida, where are you? Where are all my bridesmaids? Where did everyone go?
Why? Do you suddenly feel like you need us incompetent and poor folks?
Come on, all that was in the past.
Gabriella, your wedding was canceled, so you don't need us anymore.
Yeah, my wedding was canceled, but that could happen to anyone. Doesn't mean you guys should leave me all alone. What kind of friends are you?
Oh, we're your friends now?
You heard that my wedding was canceled and you couldn't even look for me to succor me? Everyone left me, Henry and his sister, including my parents. Now someone needs to pay for the wedding.
How's that my problem?
Look, I need you to get back here and pay for my canceled wedding.
Are you out of your mind? We saw you having sex with your groom's uncle.
Huh?
Yeah, well, maybe not everyone, but Henry's sister said Henry saw you having sex with his uncle. Yuck.
That's impossible. Who told you such a lie?
I can't believe you have the guts to still deny it. Ugh,
You're such a disgusting slut. No, let me explain at least. What is there to explain? That your fiancé suddenly has an eye defect? And to think you were always playing holier than thou. You always made claims about being celibate till after your wedding, and you made some of us feel terrible. I can't believe you were having an affair with your fiancé's uncle all along. It's just crazy. You're getting it all wrong, Frida. It was all a mistake. Henry's uncle lured me. I didn't intend for this to happen. I'm damn sure you had this all perfectly planned the same way you plan every other thing. Please, I can explain, Frida. If there was anything to explain, it should be to Henry and his family, not to me. But then the explanation is glaring enough for anyone to see. You made all the bridesmaids leave you because you knew what you wanted to do. You brought this upon yourself, so you bear the brunt alone. Don't do this to me, Frida. Please, I'm sorry for everything I've ever done to you and the ladies. Please forgive me. You guys can't just leave me this way. Don't you get it? I'm in a lot of debt. We have to pay the balance of the wedding venue and the wedding planner. It's about $7,000 in total. Great, good luck in settling your debt. Oh, please, Frida. I'm very sorry for all I've ever done and said. Please help me just this one time, and I promise never to disturb you again. Get the hell out. I don't want to ever hear from you again. I've endured being friends with you all these years, but not anymore. Please help me, Frida. I don't have any money again. I've spent it all on the wedding preparations. I have very little left on me. My parents won't even help me. Of course they wouldn't. Who wouldn't be disappointed in your actions? Don't ever contact me again. Oh, really? I can't believe you can turn your back on me when I need you the most. Never mind. I'll talk with Carla. She shouldn't have heard of all that happened. I'm sure she'd help me. Really? Carla? The same Carla you kicked out of the bridal train? Well, technically she exempted herself. Just listen to yourself. FYI, Carla texted me today thinking I was at your wedding party. I told her that the wedding had been canceled. When I told her the reason it was canceled, she wasn't surprised one bit. Carla said she had seen you with Henry's uncle once and confronted you about it. Instead of you doing the right thing by coming out clean, you went ahead to lie to her parents that she was promiscuous in college and had gotten pregnant out of wedlock. She had a tough time convincing her parents otherwise and almost got kicked out of the house. That is a terrible thing to do, Gabriella. Oh no! Who's gonna help me now? Everyone's going to hate me when they find out all of this! Like I care. Don't ever contact me again. Get lost. After Henry called off the wedding, he shamed his uncle before the entire family, and they all decided to cut him off completely. You see, the terrible thing is that Gabriella was dressed for the wedding already. Like, she had on her wedding gown while she was with Henry's uncle. It's only understandable that he'd call off the wedding without any explanation from either of them. He left with his friends and family and told Gabriella to settle any bills left herself. Unfortunately for Gabriella, her parents were equally embarrassed and refused to help her with the debt. Since none of the bridesmaids would help her, she was left all alone to settle the bills. I heard she had to sell all the gifts and property she'd gotten from Henry and was back to being broke and homeless. Henry is a great guy, and I feel sorry for him. I'm sure he'll get someone better than Gabriella. Hey, hon, can you come with me to my doctor's appointment today? I'm really nervous because I'm pretty sure there is something wrong.
I'm sure you're just being paranoid. You've always been so healthy. I don't see that changing now.
I'm almost 50, so it's much more likely that something is wrong. I mean, I'm feeling tired more often. And I've had some intense pain. It's the only reason I'm going to the doctor.
Well, you're no spring chicken, so those things are normal. You can't expect that I'll drop stuff just because your knee hurts or something. One of us has to work.
I do work. I'm just taking leave right now because I'm sick.
I think you're making a mountain out of a molehill. Look at me. I'm 55 and my health is almost as good as when I was 40.
You've had quite a few health scares, though. It's not like it's been smooth sailing for you.
Here we go. Men are weak. We can't handle having a cold. Come on, Zoe. You've been whining quite a lot for a while now. It's really starting to get on my nerves. Please stop.
I'm sorry. I wish that one of our kids stayed close. I could really use some support.
They have lives, Zoe. I'm sure they wouldn't be interested in joining you. I can't wait for you to come home and admit that you're just fine.
I really hope that's the case.
Speaking of fine, do you have the receipts from my last trip?
Yeah, it's saved on the computer.
I've asked you to email those to me.
I did.
Oh, I see. Thanks. Now I can submit them for reimbursement. I have to go. Good luck at the doctor's. I look forward to hearing you were worried for nothing.
I hope you're right. Carl, when are you coming home? It's after 7.
Working late. Money is a bit tight right now, you know.
No, it's not. I put away plenty in savings when you started working again. I got raises at both jobs, and since you were working, I put the extra money right into savings.
Thanks for reminding me of the 2 years where I was unemployed. Look, I'm working really hard to make up for that time. You don't need to bring it up out of nowhere.
I wasn't. My point was that I saved up several $1,000s. Right now, I really need you home.
Is this your way of trying to make me lose another job? I said I have to work late. I'll be home when I finish up here. You'll be just fine without me. It's not like this is the first time where I had to work late.
But I really need you right now. Please, come home.
I really don't have time for this. And if you keep pestering me, it's gonna take even longer. So let me focus and I'll get there sooner.
But I have some really important news. Please come home. Bethany, I know that it's really late there, but are you still up?
Hi, Zoe. I was just getting ready to go to bed. I've got my son and his family visiting, and
Their toddler has really worn me out. I really need to talk to someone.
why? Is something wrong? Where's Carl?
He's still at work. He keeps saying that he needs to earn extra money.
It really sucks that you turned down that job out here. We could have lived close by. Then we could hang out more than once every couple of years.
I really wish I would have taken that job. Unfortunately, I didn't. Right now, I really need someone, anyone to talk to, but everyone lives so far away.
I'm sorry, but I can't talk. The kids are light sleepers, and I wouldn't trust them not to wake up.
I'm okay with texting. I went to the doctor today because I haven't been feeling well. They found a couple of tumors. They plan to do a biopsy.
Oh no, I'm so sorry, Zoe. Did you tell Carl?
I don't want to text him because I really want him to be here. I wish he were here right now.
You can call him and tell him that he needs to come home right now. Work should not be his priority.
He'll probably say that we shouldn't worry until the results come back.
Oh, absolutely not. That's ridiculous. If he were the one who found out, he'd pretty much act like a toddler. Actually, that's not fair to toddlers. My grandson is far less needy than your husband. If he were the one who received that news, you'd barely be able to do anything.
I just wish he were home. Right now, I feel so lonely.
I'm so sorry, honey. I wish I could be there for you. Why don't you contact your kids?
Because I don't want to worry them unnecessarily.
What about some of your relatives close by?
The only family still alive around here are all on his side of the family. If I tell any of them first, Carl will look bad.
He should. Call him up, and if he isn't willing to come home, you'll need to call someone else. You shouldn't be going through this alone right now.
I know. That's why I texted you. I can't think of anyone else.
Here's a big virtual hug. Now go call your husband.
Hi, Carl. Just wanted to remind you that I have my next round of chemo today.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I figured you would. Please make sure to come this time. You promised you would come with me this time. Each treatment leaves me increasingly drained. I would really like for you to come with me this time.
I was there with you for the first one, and you were just fine. I don't really think that you need me.
I do. Please, I really need you there with me today.
Look, Zoe, I know that you're going through something really rough right now, and I appreciate that you need someone. However, I simply can't be that person. You deserve someone who can take you to these things and who can still see you as a woman. I just can't be that man anymore.
What? What are you talking about?
I'm saying that I simply can't do this anymore. You aren't the woman I married. You're barely recognizable as a woman now, and I can't anymore. I found an apartment and I've moved into it. So I won't be coming with you today. And I won't be coming home to you ever again.
How can you do this to me? I supported our family when you were unemployed, on and off for 7 years. I took care of you when your appendix burst and when you were in a car accident.
I knew you would do this. I told you how I honestly feel and you try to guilt me into staying. It won't work. I simply don't love you anymore. And getting out now means I can still find someone to love.
How can you do this now, when I need you?
It's not gonna work, Zoe. I'm not gonna stay out of guilt.
I'm not trying to get you to stay out of guilt. We made vows, remember? For better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health. I have done all that for you multiple times over the years. Now I finally need you. How can you just leave me?
I'm not just leaving you. The divorce papers will be on the table when you get back from chemo.
What? Instead of coming with me, you're gonna make things even worse?
You will be in a weaker state, so it's much more likely that you will sign. I really don't want to drag this out. I just want it over. I'll give you half a year to move out of the house. It's the least I could do since you'll be receiving treatments for most of that. I also expect that you'll give me half of our savings. Don't expect any alimony or anything, though. I'll need all of my money to keep up the house after you move out.
If you think that I'm just going to sign the papers, you clearly haven't been paying attention over the years.
That's so funny. Unless you're admitting that you aren't nearly as bad off as you are claiming. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you've been faking it. You stopped being attractive to me long before the cancer. That just gave me the excuse I needed to finally spread my wings and live. Thank you for the years together, but we've been over for a long time now.
That's quite the change from how you felt last year. You remember when you said you can't imagine life without me?
Oh, I only said that because I felt it at the time. Usually I didn't feel like that about you. So it really stood out to me. I just spoke what I felt. That wasn't how I usually felt. Anyway, now you know. I'm sorry that this is how it has to be, but I just don't see a future with you. I just don't feel like sitting around waiting for you to die.
Please don't do this to me. Not right now.
Sorry, Zoe. But all you are to me now is my ex-wife. Good luck with everything. And don't worry. It will all be over soon.
You were right, Bethany. This whole time you were right.
Of course I was. That shouldn't come as a surprise. What specifically was I right about, though?
Carl filed for divorce. He says that he can't stay with me now that I'm sick. Apparently, I don't look like a woman anymore.
Oh, Zoe. I'm so sorry. I always knew he was horrible. But even I didn't think he was this evil. What you need to do now is ruin him. Go full scorched earth on him. People have to know what you're going through, so make it clear that's why he's left you.
That's just it. No one knows except you and Carl. And of course the people at the facility.
You haven't told anyone else? How can people not notice how much you've changed since you started getting chemo?
You know how particular I am about appearances. I've kept up my appearance and everything. I still do housework while wearing makeup, grocery shop while looking great. To make sure it wasn't clear, I even got a wig that looked like my hair before it started falling out.
Oh, Zoe. You have got to stop trying to make everyone else feel better. You absolutely need help now.
Scream it from the rooftops. Post flyers. Make that thing regret ever having treated you like anything less than the wonder you are.
That's your style, not mine. Right now, just keeping up with treatments is as much as I can manage.
You have to do something. You can't just take this lying down.
Oh, I don't plan to. He says he's going to stay somewhere else while I stay in the house for 6 months. Since he didn't bother paying attention to my treatment plan, he's giving me an extra 4 months.
So what? You shouldn't be kicked out of the house at all.
Oh, I know. I'm tired. But I can get started on a few things. He's planning on leaving the divorce papers as a gift for after my session. I can use that to see what that fool thinks he'll get. Then I can start planning my move. And the first one is to make sure that he has no access to the house that I have been paying for the last few decades. Then I can get started on the rest.
Please tell me you aren't hoping he'll come back to you.
Oh no. In fact, there is one thing I need to ask you to do.
I don't think I can come out there. I'm so sorry, but the timing is terrible.
No, I don't need you to come here. If you would, please do some research into PIs in the area. I would really appreciate it.
PIs? Like detectives?
Yes. I have a feeling that he's not staying on his own. I need to focus on finding a good lawyer. If you can narrow down PIs for me, that will help a lot.
Of course. I'll be more than happy to be a part of bringing down your scummy soon-to-be ex.
Did I see you leaving my parents' neighborhood yesterday? Hi, Carl. I thought you didn't want to talk to me. I'm really sorry, but now is not a good time. I need to lie down because I'm feeling really tired. Stop playing sick, Zoe. I know you're up to something. Playing sick? Carl, I don't know if you've forgotten, but I'm currently battling cancer. I feel sick and tired literally all the time. You know what I mean. I demand to know if you've been putting ideas in my parents' heads. What are you talking about? They've said that I need to come over and talk to them tonight. And if I don't make time for it, they're going to disown me. What? Why would they do that? It has something to do with you, I know it. Look, Carl, the divorce is almost done. I'm almost out of your life. Can't you just leave me alone? Haven't you done enough damage yet? I know what you're up to, Zoe. First you made it so that you got the house, and will just have to pay me for the down payment. Now you're visiting my family and turning them against me. I did visit your parents, but I wasn't trying to turn them against you. How was I supposed to know you didn't tell them that I had cancer? You didn't tell them, did you? They pretty much figured it out. What? Did you look all frail and pathetic with them just like you did in front of the judge? Again, I have cancer, Carl. I simply don't have the time or energy to doll myself up anymore. Even if I did, I still look terrible. I know you have a wig. You could wear it. That will hide a lot. It irritates my scalp. The clothes I wear are far more comfortable. Stop talking to my family, Zoe. They aren't your family anymore. I know, but I had some of your stuff, and since you told me not to contact you directly, I had no idea where else to leave the stuff. You could have texted me about it. I was following your instructions. I'm sorry. Do you want me to go back over there and apologize for making you look bad? No. You're doing this on purpose. I'm sorry, Carl. You're making me feel emotionally drained, so I'm going to turn off my phone now. Get out of my life, Zoe. I don't want to hear about you doing or saying anything else to my family. Did you really just come to my office? Wow, I can't believe you're contacting me twice in 1 week. That's more than we've talked since you moved out of the house. Why did you come to my work, Zoe? What excuse could you possibly have? Some of your mail came to the house. You said not to go to your parents' house, so where else was I supposed to drop it off? You could have given it to my lawyer. I don't have the time or energy to figure out where that is. I'm finishing my treatments not too far from your work. It was easier just to drop it off with your assistant. I can hear them whispering out there. Tell me that you at least made yourself presentable. I just finished a round of treatment. I'm lucky that I was able to walk into the place. I'm not exactly worried about how I look when it's hard enough to stand up. I can't believe you would do this to me. I thought you loved me.
I'm sorry, I don't understand. You left me, so I decided to focus on getting better. After all, the only support system I had here walked out my door. I don't have time to worry about you now.
Oh, you're clearly worrying about me, and you're making sure that I look like the bad guy.
How am I making you look bad? I'm trying to abide by the rules we put into place while our divorce goes through.
Oh, I see what you're doing. I thought that you were a little too easy. The only fighting you did was for the house. You were plotting that whole time. Well, now I'm going back to court, and I will get everything, unless you stop this.
Once again, you leave me far more confused than anything. I'm sorry if the people at your work didn't know that you left me because of cancer.
Wait, you told them too?
When your assistant asked me what was wrong, I figured she knew what I've been going through. I mean, you were with me for the first few rounds of treatment. It would make sense that you would talk about that at work. I figured they sympathized with you.
You're destroying my life!
I'm sorry, Carl, but I need to go. I'm too weak to stay awake any longer.
How did you manage to get my girlfriend to dump me? How?
Really, Carl? You're texting me again? Can't you just leave me alone? I have more than enough to do without dealing with your problems.
Rena said that she didn't want to be with a guy who would ditch his wife with cancer. Who else could have told her about you?
What makes you think that I even knew you had a girlfriend? The divorce isn't finalized yet.
Well, it's all but over.
And how long has she been your girlfriend?
I see what you're doing. You're trying to make it look like I cheated so that you can use that against me. I'm gonna get you back for everything you've done. You can't do this to me. Why won't you just die instead of making my life so much worse? Every day that you're alive, my life keeps getting worse.
I have to say, I can empathize with that. Looking back, every day I was with you took a bit more from me. From here on out, talk to my lawyer. I will not be responding to you because you are unhinged.
I won't let you get away with all of this. The next time I see you, you will pay.
We only had a couple more days in court, but apparently that was too much for Carl. When we were talking in front of the judge, he got angry at me and started shouting. Since I was agreeing to almost everything, despite my lawyer trying to get me to fight back, it really made Carl look that much worse. The judge was not pleased as Carl got increasingly angry at me. When all was said and done, I ended up getting almost everything. Carl didn't get any of the money that I put away, and he had to give me some of the money from his retirement accounts. He had been able to roll them over from the first job he had when we married. I made sure that they continued to grow over the years, so it was a pretty large sum. Seeing how much more I was going to get, he jumped over the table and tried to attack me in court. That was not something that I saw coming. And it was only my lawyer who was able to help me get away from him. He actually punched me in the face, so I fell back into my chair. The whole scene was caught on camera, and the local area must not have enough real news because it ended up on the late-night news. It got picked up and was posted online. 2 days later, Bethany and my children came home. My kids were upset that I never told them about my diagnosis, and they insisted on always having someone to take care of me. Bethany didn't get to stay long, but after she saw what happened, she was afraid that I wouldn't be pressing charges. When I did, she left and went home a couple of days later. Carl ended up losing his job because, well, he became a viral sensation for all the wrong reasons. His parents disowned him, and no one in town wants anything to do with him. He had some old buddies he used to hang out with, who were more than happy to let him come live with them a few states away, and since he had no other options, he left. I don't know or care what happened to him after he got out of jail. Currently, my cancer is in remission, and 2 of my 4 kids have moved their families back to town. They had been considering it for a while, but thought their dad and I would enjoy a few years alone. Now that they know, they wish they had come back sooner. I've been very apologetic about not talking to them earlier, but I love that they're here for me now. I'm really excited about my new lease on life,
And I can't wait to see what tomorrow brings with the people I love. Hey, sweetie. I just wanted to see how the wedding planning is going.
It's going well. I think that you'll really love what I've done. Are you sure you don't want to make any of the decisions? I know that it's your big day.
No, it's fine. I know you'll do just fine. I think you have a better eye for that kind of thing. I mean, you do that kind of thing for a living.
Not really. I'm an architect. That's nothing like a wedding planner.
Architect, interior designer, all of those jobs are so similar. You can't expect me to tell the difference.
I think I'm gonna have the rest of our lives to teach you the difference.
You don't need to worry about that, silly. I'm perfectly happy knowing that you're working and taking care of things. My dad's money will take care of the rest.
I thought you said that he's only going to be buying your first house.
Well, yeah, but if I get in trouble, he'll always save me. That's what dads do.
Is that what you're hoping I'll do for our daughters?
Our daughters? I think you're getting a bit too far ahead of yourself.
I thought you said that you want children. We talked about having 3 or 4. Or do you think that we'll end up with just sons?
Oh, wow. You're really planning my life out, aren't ya? I think that we need to take a few steps back. We're still really young, so let's focus on living. We're way too young to be talking about kids.
I guess. But I was hoping to be a dad around 25 and have a couple before I'm 30.
We can talk about all of that later. We just graduated from college. We can worry about kids and stuff in a few years. For now, focus on the wedding. I'm focused on the house.
Really? I thought your dad would start building it after the marriage.
Mom and I talked to him. It's going to be finished before the wedding. That means we can move right in.
We talked about designing it ourselves. I was really looking forward to it since that's my degree.
You'll be fine. I just want my house done, and waiting for you to finish school and the wedding and everything. Ugh, that's just too much. I want my house.
You mean our house?
Well, it's really more my house since my dad's building it for me.
I'm gonna get back to work on the planning. So you're sure you don't want to do any of the planning?
I've already said I don't care. You have it in text. Do you need it written and signed in blood? Jeez.
Whoa, what is up with you? This behavior is so out of character and really concerning.
I'm sorry. It's been a really rough week. The weekend cannot come fast enough.
I'm sorry, but please don't take out your frustration on me.
I said I'm sorry. I'm gonna let you go. This conversation is just irritating me more. And I don't want to upset you. Just give me some time to relax and unwind. I'll be back to my cheery self soon enough.
Is there anything I can do to help? Maybe order you some food or set up a weekend getaway?
Just give me space. Although, I might take you up on that getaway.
I know what it's like to have a rough work week. Just let me know and I'll have something planned by Friday when you get off work.
Actually, yeah. Go ahead with a getaway. That should help my mood.
You got it. And chin up. Things will get better.
I know. Now, leave me alone to be grumpy, unless you want more of my attitude.
Nope. Leaving you alone. But first, I love you. Tomorrow's the big day. Are you ready to get married?
That's a silly question. Of course I'm ready. Should be interesting to see what you've done.
I had some help from your dad.
My dad? Why?
Because he paid for some of it. I thought you knew.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
Are you feeling okay?
I'm fine, just really tired.
Everything okay? Is there anything I can do to help? I'm not against coming over and helping you relax.
As great as that sounds, you aren't supposed to see me until the wedding.
Aw, that's old traditional stuff. I'm sure you'll be fine, especially if you need me to help you relax.
You're so bad. But I think we should wait. See you tomorrow.
See you then. And don't forget, I love you. Hey, Annie, why is your mother staying with us? Are your parents fighting or something?
What? No. She just knows how to get settled into a new place. I value her expertise when it comes to decorating a new house.
It is a lovely place. Not quite the way I would have designed it.
What's that mean? Are you saying my house is ugly?
No, just it kind of looks a bit like a Barbie dream house.
Why are you laughing? I love this house. And that was my inspiration. I wanted to live in a Barbie dream house since I was little. So now my dream finally came true.
Oh, well, then you should be really happy because they did great.
I know they did. I was heavily involved in the process.
Wait, is that why you didn't have time to help plan the wedding?
Well, of course. It was more important to get my house right. I mean, that's where I'll be living for the rest of my life.
I'll be living here too.
Oh, yeah. Well, it is my house, so it's not like your opinion really matters. I mean, I'll always have my house, but we're just married. Divorce happens, you know?
That's not funny.
Oh, yeah, I guess not. I know you must be feeling pretty upset since we postponed the honeymoon.
Yeah, I still don't understand why you thought we couldn't go. I had everything planned and was gonna pay for anything not covered yet.
We weren't really going anywhere.
We were going to the city for 4 days. I thought that would be perfect since you didn't want to take time off work.
What are you talking about? I wanted a real honeymoon. Paris, Rome, Honolulu, somewhere fun and exciting. The nearest city does not qualify.
When I asked you where you wanted to go, you said that you wanted to stay close.
I don't remember saying that.
Here are the texts.
Oh, I was busy with the house at that time. You should have asked me again. Heaven knows you asked about everything else a million times.
Look, I'm sorry the honeymoon isn't as exciting as you wanted, but you really should have said something.
It's a honeymoon, Nolan. You should have known that I wanted something fun and exciting. It's common knowledge that the honeymoon should be romantic and exciting.
What's going on, Annie? You've been acting really strangely for the last month or so.
It's like the last couple of months you've been taking advantage of me.
Taking advantage of you? How do you figure that?
You know exactly what I mean.
No, I really don't. What has happened since I left to get us groceries?
You started asking why my mother's living here. At the wedding, she pointed out how hostile you've been toward her.
What?
We'll talk when you get back. I'm just disappointed and upset with you right now.
How did that even happen in the last 20 minutes? What is going on?
I said we'll talk when you get back.
I want to know what is going on with you.
I've already spelled it out for you. What more do you need? Keep it up and I'm gonna want a divorce.
Divorce? We haven't even been married a week.
I'm starting to realize that you just aren't the right man for me. You're pushy, thoughtless, and cruel. And you've been making fun of my house.
What? How did you even come to these conclusions?
I don't even want to look at you.
Whoa! I'm coming home. Clearly we need to talk.
Did you not read what I said? I don't want to look at you. If you ignore my boundaries, I'll call the police.
Bertha, is there a history of mental illness in your family? Or your husband's family? What are you saying? Are you accusing me of being insane? I knew you hated me. Now you're trying to drive me away. I'm not. I'm concerned because Annie went from loving wife and blushing bride to acting like she hates me. I don't understand what's happening. I told her about your side piece. My what? What side piece? Oh, don't act innocent. I know what you've been up to. How you've been plotting to take her house. Then you plan to bring your girlfriend into the house. Well, it's not going to happen. I'm gonna protect my daughter. I didn't do anything. Don't you yell at me. I no longer feel safe around you. Stay away. What is going on? Leave my daughter and I be. We don't need your cheating, abusive presence in our sanctuary. Clearly you guys are up to something. Jeff, can you please tell me what's going on with your family? I just don't understand how your wife and daughter are acting. Hi, Nolan. Is something wrong? Yes. I went away to pick up groceries and now they're saying that they're scared of me and I can't return home. Well, there's the saying, no smoke without fire. So my question would be, what did you do to make them react like that? Nothing. I kissed Annie goodbye and left for the store. Knowing that I couldn't talk to her about her mother in person, I asked why Bertha was living with us. It's like a switch was flipped, and she came across as very upset. Ah, that explains a lot. She and her mother are very close. If you say something about one of them, they both get really upset. I've learned to just let them do their thing. My recommendation to you is to just leave them be for a while. Just run a bunch of errands. I'm sure this'll be fine by this evening. I've never seen Annie act this way before, though. She's hidden this side of her very well. I don't much like what you're suggesting, young man. From the way you're talking, my daughter may have a point. I'll take your advice and give them time to cool off. And in the future, don't go making assumptions. This is why I thought that you weren't a good fit for my daughter. You're uncouth and do not understand nuances. She comes from a different class and deserves much better. Have a good day, sir.
I have the divorce papers ready for you to sign. Come by the house this afternoon to sign them.
I can't today, Annie. I'm currently out of town on a business trip.
You are? Why didn't you tell me? I'm your wife, for Pete's sake.
What do you care? And you're only my wife because I'm not there to sign and file the papers. So at this point, I see no reason to tell you anything. From here on out, please only contact me through my lawyer.
What do you mean, your lawyer? I'm the one who filed the divorce papers. You don't need a lawyer for that.
Ah, you thought I was just gonna sign the papers? That's not surprising.
Of course you should just sign the papers. What could you possibly hope to gain by reading it? I just followed what was in the prenup. Since we weren't married long, I don't owe you anything. The house is mine.
Yes, you made that quite clear. But your pointing to the prenup makes me realize that you never actually read it.
Why would I read it? You were after my money. I made sure it was protected.
What money? Your dad is the one who has money. You don't even have a job.
I don't need a job. I come from money, so I don't have to earn anymore.
Your mother was the affair partner. You have 5 older siblings from 2 previous marriages. How much money do you actually think you're going to get?
My dad can't say no to my mom. Whatever she wants, he'll give her. And since she plans to live with me in my gorgeous house, she'll get all the money she needs to make it spectacular inside, too.
You don't think your father will have a problem with her living with you instead of him?
He'll get over it. It's not like he cares that much. He never gave me much attention. My mom is just as disgusted with him as I am. That's just another reason why she's going to live with me.
Sounds like you have it all figured out.
Of course I do. Just like I got you to do all of that work for our wedding. I knew that we weren't going to stay together, so I saved my precious time and money. Now I can go on a real vacation with my boyfriend. You're such a disappointment. Thinking it was good enough to take me somewhere close? Clearly you have no idea what women want.
Well, this whole thing has made me realize that I'm not a very good judge of character. That comes as a real disappointment.
And yet you don't feel a fraction of the disappointment you made me feel with that pathetic honeymoon. I'm so glad that you were too stupid to realize what was going on. My mom told me that all I had to do was bat my eyes and men would fall over themselves for me. It's so funny to see that she was right. Even a nerd like you fell victim to a pretty face.
Actually, it was your personality that I liked. The way you looked was actually a problem. That's why I really didn't like you at first.
Yeah, right. I know what you were doing.
Focusing on school?
No, you were playing hard to get. You wanted to feel like I was pursuing you. Since you were so socially inept, it was all too easy to get you to fall for me.
As I recall, you had to do a lot of work. That's why I thought you were serious. I overlooked way too much because I thought you didn't know better.
I was playing you.
Sure, I know that now. But even then, you really couldn't hide that nasty side of you that well. I just didn't want to see it. That will teach me a lesson.
Whatever. When you get back, I have the papers ready for you to sign. And don't go saying that you want to read them. No one ever reads that stuff.
I'm sure your father does.
That's because he's a genius businessman, duh. You're just some nerdy guy who didn't realize he was getting played.
Funny. I would have thought your mom played your dad.
Well, yeah. Do you really think that someone almost 20 years younger than him was interested in him? It was always about his money. And he has to know that. It's not like he has anything else to offer.
Did you know that your dad is away on business?
What does that have to do with anything?
Oh, just small talk. I've got to go. Good luck, Annie.
When will you be back? I really want to move on.
I really can't say, but don't worry. I'll stop by to see you first.
What did you do?
Hi, Annie. I'm sorry, what are you referring to?
You know exactly what I'm talking about. How did you convince my father that I didn't deserve the house? Even worse, he says he's going to divorce my mother and leave us with nothing.
Oh, he was with me when you were texting the other day. He saw everything you said.
What?
Yeah, when you started acting really shady, I installed some cameras in the house. It was clear you were gonna try to kick me out. As long as we were married, though, I had every right to protect my property.
It's my house!
Your father says otherwise. Anyway, I meant I knew that you and your mother were stealing from me. I have footage of you guys taking money out of my wallet. It really irked me because I had to use a card to pay for my client's lunch the next day. It's so ineffective.
What are you talking about? Who cares about your clients or your wallet?
I care very much for both of them. Anyway, the footage also recorded what you and your mother were planning. She was going to divorce your father, so he just decided to give her what she wanted. And since you've both had your boyfriends over to my house, neither of you are getting anything.
You can't do this! I'm wealthy!
Your father is, not you. Although I have no sympathy for him in all of this. He's only treating me well because he found out who my parents are.
Your parents are irrelevant. Why would anyone care?
My wife should care. And that brings me to our divorce. It won't be necessary.
Of course it's necessary! Wait, who are your parents?
They own the parent company of Pear. You know, the big tech company.
No, they don't. They have a different last name.
My mom kept her maiden name. She just uses my dad's name in public because it attracts more money. I didn't like the attention I got growing up, so I changed my last name to my mom's.
So, you're from an even richer family? No, you're lying. You wouldn't be working like a dog if you were.
I had to get my degree to prove I could balance work and personal life.
I know you're lying. Your parents didn't even bother to come to the wedding.
Funny you should mention that. They were just as happy about us marrying as your parents. It's the only thing that I failed at lately. My dad's going to retire in a few years, leaving me in charge. In the meantime, I'm in charge of designing the new buildings because we're expanding. And I'm gonna work toward another degree. Having a double major doesn't feel like enough now. But they aren't rushing me to marry now, so thanks for that.
If that's true, then I'm gonna tear up the divorce papers.
It won't matter. I wasn't gonna sign them.
I won't divorce you if what you say is true.
Since you committed fraud, marrying me just to get the house, I had the whole thing annulled. And your father knows that. Since the house was a wedding present and now I've rejected you, he's taking the house back. Anyway, I hope you learned an important lesson.
You can't do this to me! How am I supposed to live?
You have a degree. Use it.
Wait, sweetie. We can work this out. I still love you.
Annie and Bertha were kicked out of the home. Hoping to smooth things over with me and gain my parents' attention, Jeff tried to give me the house. I rejected it, saying that it was a hideous house with no good memories. He tried to be nice to me, but I had already learned how he actually felt about me. At least until he learned who I really was. His company ended up hitting some hard times, mostly because his personal life was splashed all over the front pages. It didn't look good since his family only seemed to attract negative attention in their personal lives. I heard he sold the house to try to recoup some of the costs. Annie ended up actually getting a job. Since she didn't score particularly well, and she had no experience, she started at the bottom. Her mother hadn't worked in a couple of decades, so she had a really hard time convincing anyone to employ her. They had a small 2-bedroom place that one of her half-siblings helped her get. Most of her family disowned her, but one of her half-sisters was really into charity work. I think he got that sister a lot of brownie points in her social group, helping the 2 family outcasts and looking like the bigger person. Not that Annie and Bertha were thankful. I heard that they were barely speaking to each other because they each blamed the other for what happened. I designed several new facilities for my father's company while working toward my 3rd degree. He took a little longer to retire, mostly because he wanted to make sure that the board saw how valuable I was. My bad marriage made them question my ability to make decisions and to judge people. However, after 8 years, I proved that I had learned my lesson, and all of my projects were ranking in huge profits. My dad is planning on retiring at the end of this year, and the board has already said that they're ready to bring me on as the new CEO.